Basic Beginners Tenor Guitar and Baritone Ukulele, Chicago Tuning DGBE, Perfect Timing, A Focused Approach, Book 1. This is Lesson 6, Part 2. 6, Part 2. So again, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Taking it easy. Makes me rush at the end because I'm just sucking up time there. But I think I had been down to the middle of the page on page 48 talking about, and I turned the light down too. That was just a little bit too, like I said, this is very high tech. This is a mechanic's light. It's awesome. But I said see discussion on the role of a natural sign, pages 39 and 41, and you remember a natural sign when there's been a accidental of a sharp or flat within a measure, or if it's in the key signature, which is what we're kind of talking about here, you would use it to indicate that, oh no, you don't want to play an F sharp there, you want to play a F natural, you know. So you would have the natural symbol there prior to the note. Let me see, are we doing anything with that here? Yeah, so I'm going to read on down, but let's see. So using the example of exercise 2, bottom of the previous page, which was this, it showed the sharps, the F sharps, because it's in the, well, they're just, well, it's not shown in the key signature because we didn't teach about that yet, but there are F sharps here, you know, wherever else. Let's see, no, I'm just referencing exercise 2, so the bottom one there. But you come over to this next page, 48, you notice there are no sharps or flats shown like before and I'm showing these two F sharps they now don't have a sharp symbol in front of them, but there is a sharp symbol here between the treble clef symbol and the time signature, okay? So that is the key signature. That tells you I won't go into detail, you're in the key of G. That tells you there's an F sharp. Every time an F appears, there's a sharp there, okay? So it would sound the same. So I have important note, when this is the case, the sharp sign will not appear before or at each F throughout the song. It would look like this instead in the key signature, indicating that all F's, all F's in the song are sharp. So if we play this again, we'd want to make sure we always play a sharp, and that's just based on seeing it there in the key signature, okay? So, boy, oh boy, I got to get past this light problem. Let's just play it, okay, ready? It's 4/4 time. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, did you get it? Reading that without looking at, you're not indicating, there are no sharps indicated beside the notes. You just look at that's the key signature is my best simple explanation of it I could come up with, okay? It's just showing any sharps or flats, and G's an easy one because it just has one. The next page, and kind of continue on with more scales, another slightly different hand position and new fingering of some familiar notes, okay? So what do I have down there? I don't want to miss anything. Okay, they're up, just note on page 48 at the bottom, they are F sharps because the key signature says they are, okay? But another scale, slightly different hand position. If you notice the drawings down the page, let me just read down through it real quick. The thought has probably already occurred to you that as you progress, your left hand isn't going to be able to stay in the position it's at here, right? This in the same position, okay, that you've done in the study so far. So for the next scale, let's try something new with the left hand positions, or position we've used so far, the edge of your thumb, and this is, I'd question with my drawing a little bit, but the edge of your thumb is approximately in line with the first fret, which it is there, okay? Actually, it shows it down a little. Might be a little bit weird. If it's up a little, that's probably okay, but it's a guideline. Just in proportion to this or in relation to this next position, which is just kind of like sliding it up a little. Okay, your thumb kind of across from the first fret, and your fingering can go 1, 2, open 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty easy. 1, 2, 3, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4. But to get to the next one, I mean, you could stretch, right? But it doesn't hurt to move your finger up a little, you know, just for that 5, okay? And those kind of things will come into play later as you learn more notes further up. We're going to focus on the first 4 or 5 frets here, though. Mostly for 4, actually, except for that high one on the E string. I keep touching on that. But basically, it's like slide your finger, your left hand up the neck, slide to the point where your thumb's edge is now in line with the 2nd fret of your index finger, and your index finger tip is now over the 2nd fret instead of the 1st. So again, seeing the pictures, you can see there it's kind of on the 1st, all centered around the 1st fret, and over here the other one is sort of moved up to the 2nd fret. Okay, it's the best drawing. Did you like my guitar with no tuning pegs on the headstocks? I thought that was really kind of weird looking. So keeping your left hand in this new position, slid slightly up the neck from fret 1 to fret 2. Let's look at a new scale, the A major scale. Okay, now have to pay close attention here because this will be very different. We're now going to learn an A major scale, but we're keeping your left hand, in this new position where your thumb and index are more kind of across from the 2nd fret than they are the 1st. Okay, just up a little. So it's going to be a little different. Play the scale now using the fingerings indicated below each note. Note that the scale below includes ascending and descending. So A major scale, and we're going to start on that A. Okay, I'll just try to get up close so you can see me pretty good. Okay, am I doing this right here? I was on the E on the D string. Should be on the 2nd of the G string, as it says, right? Which is the 3rd. You can see the fingering named below here, right? It's on page 50. These fingerings correspond to the note. So a lot of detail there in how to do this. So to go to the A, your 2nd finger to start, and then what's the very next thing? Open B, right? And then we have C. So I'm kind of doing it wrong already. What I wanted to say was, let's see, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 1st string, finger, okay? So this is to emphasize that other position, okay? Okay, so A, open B, C sharp, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string, D, using the 3rd, and then here is an E, the top open note, F sharp with your index, and then 3rd finger, G sharp, A, and then back down. G sharp, F sharp, E, D. Is that D with which finger? 2nd. Okay. 1st on the C sharp, open B, and then A, 1st finger. Okay. Okay. I don't know what that was. Getting a little out of control there. Let's see. I'm sure you noticed there were 3 sharps in the scale. Okay. So you try the scale again with the new fingerings, no extra help information, and with the sharps shown in the key signature rather than before each note as above. Here we go. If played correctly, it should sound the same. So now we have, like we just learned now, look, it's all chock full of key signatures. All has 3 sharps indicated. Remember here, there they are shown. So we want you to look at this one and play it, knowing that there is what? Let's look at the key signature. First one, and they kind of go in order, is an F sharp, then a C sharp, then a G sharp. Okay, so play it. Fight the temptation to look at the middle of the page. We want you to look at the one on the bottom of the page. Okay, so here we go. Remember, start with your 1st finger and then open. Okay. Is that too fast for you? You can turn me off and play it as slow as you want, and then turn back on and get back here. But I have. Great! Did it sound the same as the one above? I know you did great, right? If not, please return to page 1 of the whole book and start over again. I'm just kidding. That was a little humor I put in there. Who wants to do that? The E major scale. How much time do I have? I'm pretty good. Let's try this, an E major scale. This scale has 4 sharps. So it's kind of like the previous one. It had 3. Boy, the sharps make it a little tricky, but good news, we're going to move back to our original left-hand position where it's down, okay, for this one. Try with accidentals appearing before each note, okay? So it should make it a little easier to do that first. I'm going to stand close so you can see it, and I can actually try to read the page. I'm tempted to turn that light back on. My glasses are not, it's just the wrong, my nearsightedness has, that actually helps me. More colorful, look at that. Let's do it, okay? So it's E, F sharp, G sharp, A, open B, C sharp, D sharp, and E, and back down. D sharp, C sharp, open B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Right? Did you get it? Okay. Okay, so just turn it off and try to play that slowly, okay? That was the E. And I said, notice that the key signature indicating all with the key signature indicating all the accidentals, the line of music, in this case the E scale, looks a lot less cluttered. And that's part of the reason for using the key signatures, I feel certain. The tricky part is, of course, that you have to look at the key signature and then remember which notes are accidentals, sharps or flats, or naturals throughout the song. Well, the natural won't appear in the key signature. I apologize for that. Just sharps and flats, okay? But throughout the song, or as in this case, the scale, how about a D major scale? Let's try the next page, a D major scale. I've got time for that, I think. Let's just do ascending and descending, also ascending and descending, also in the left hand, with the left hand position down lower here. Okay, ready? So I'm trying to get where you can see my hands. Ready, play. Okay, and then again but with the sharps just shown in the key signature. Okay, here we go. Ready, play. Okay, you can tell I have it just kind of memorized a little bit. Sometimes I'm not even looking, but I know. But you should look at it. Drills. Let's do some exercises using the notes of these scales. That will. Let's see one more time. Okay. Let's do some exercises using the notes of these scales. These will all be written with a sharp sign beside the note. Notes that are to be played as sharps rather than showing the sharps in a key signature, even though we just learned that. I think at first it's easier to do this way to ensure you're playing the right notes, and these drills are intended to get your fingers working well, more than they are intended to be sight reading exercises, though they should help with that as well, to perhaps a lesser degree. So A major notes, reminder for the A scale, remember you use the higher left hand position a little bit higher. Let's try these. I'll try to go up and back. Maybe I can squeeze it in. Oh, there's almost no way. Let's see if I can. Let's see, I'm going to go. And then back down. I did it. Maybe I'll redo that on our next lesson, our next video segment here, okay? Because I'm going to have to turn it off, and we'll go there now, okay? All right, check that out. I'm moving. Look, there's other things in the room besides this black background.